the Stoppard trilogy
Yes.
was there or in New York or both?
New York. That was at Lincoln Center.
In the main big
in
theater.
the Beaumont. Yeah, in the Vivian Beaumont.
Yeah, that's a great,
Yeah.
What a great.
That was an incredible experience. Totally life-changing. Unbelievable.
I mean, what a dream. What a fucking dream.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It changed my life. I mean, that's one of those jobs that really did actually change my life. I mean, I already knew a lot of the people that were in the cast, but we became so incredibly close. We did for 9 months, 3 plays. We'd open one play and start rehearsing the next. And we were doing them in repertory, these 3 plays. And so that, and then on certain Saturdays, we would do all 3 in one day, starting at 11 a.m., finishing at 11 p.m.
Using my mouth is hanging open because that is a legendary production.
Yeah.
And one that I unfortunately never got to go to. But I just, you gotta like break it down for me. This, because I'm so fast. First of all, one of the great honors was he came to see Few Good Men. So I met him very briefly. And again, it's what you're saying. It's fucking Tom Stoppard. And he's lovely and chill and not intimidating, other than the fact that he's a genius.
Yes.
But you know what I mean? It's like,
yes.
it's just that thing that you were talking about. It must have been heaven.
It was absolute heaven. Absolute heaven. Having him in rehearsal every day, smoking cigarettes in the rehearsal room. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
No, you wouldn't want it any other way. That's what you want. Don't you want him just puffing away?
Yeah. And seemingly effortlessly sort of, uttering these gems of brilliance and eloquence, while also being extremely, as you say, very approachable, very friendly, and very funny,
Really funny.
And of course, Jack O'Brien directed it, which was an absolute dream. And we couldn't have asked for a better person to be our sort of shepherd through this process. I mean, he as well was just, everything that came out of his mouth was beautiful or hilarious or made you think. I'll never forget, we were starting, it was the first day of rehearsals for the 3rd play, which was Salvage.
Yeah, what are give me the names of the 3 plays.
Voyage is the first, Shipwreck is the second, and Salvage is the third. And it's a play about, for anyone who doesn't know, it's basically about the sort of Russian intellectual revolutionaries of the 19th century, late 19th century.
Right.
Alexander Herzen, Mikhail Bakunin, Karl Marx, all of these guys, and the women in their lives. And so anyway, we were starting the 3rd play, Salvage, and Jack O'Brien said something so brilliant that stuck with me ever since. He says, people don't actually change. They either become more and more glorious or more insupportable, but they are essentially themselves.
Wow.
And it was just such a wonderful way of putting, that thing that we all wonder, like, can people change? You know what? Probably not. They just become more and more themselves. And, I just loved that. But, it was things like that would just get said, that would just get plucked out of the air by these two. And, we all kept notes and, scrawled in our scripts and, it was, and we became very close. I mean, on those marathon days, we barely left the theater. We'd have our meals in the theater. We'd take naps in between shows they'd set up cots in a room for us. It was like, we basically lived together for 9 months. It was a dream.